Yo, what's up, everybody? J-Ping here, checking in, man. Respect my region. We're back on the third official episode of the RMR TV interview series. We're back with a very special guest, Childsplay KiDD. We're going to roll up some weed. We're going to wait for him to get here and tap in with us. So tap in, stay tuned. I'm going to play a little bit of music from his recently released project. So we're going to just give it a moment for him to tap in. Tap in. I'm gonna roll up some weed. Powered by Respect My Region, baby. Hope you guys are doing well. What's up? What's good, everybody? What's up? Coming in hot from the Emerald Triangle. What's up? What's up? What's good? Missouri in the building, Kansas City. Childsplay KiDD, where you at? What's good? Hit him with the invite. Okay, you guys, we got an interview today. Got a special guest today, man. Woo! I'm talking every single detail. You can tell them. Come on. We got a special guest here, everybody. Hope y'all tap in, man.
Come on, man.
Woo! This shit's hot, my man. What's good?
Man,
What's good?
You tell me, big dog. You on?
Man, it's good to see you, bro. I'm happy to have you here on the show, man. How's the day rocking?
Man, blessed, man. Highly favored. Another good one.
I love it. Let me go ahead and get this tapped in. I think just because it's kind of quiet, I'm gonna go ahead and just throw the headphones in just for the sake of it real quick.
All right.
Give 1 second.
Yeah. Hold on. You sound a little muzzled. Yeah. No, you sound way off. Like muzzle. You was good without the headphones.
Put the headphones off. It's all good.
Yeah. Now you good.
It's all good, but I just gotta listen.
Sure.
Bro, I appreciate you being on the show today, man. Where you tuning in from?
Man, I'm just fresh off the airport, LAX.
Oh, straight out of there we go.
Come on.
Okay. Well, shoot, bro. I appreciate you, man. Everybody, we can go ahead and get motherfucking tapped in. We got a very special guest here today, man. We got Childsplay KiDD representing California, but really music just all over the place, man. This guy's an international mover, shaker, music maker, all the different things. Before we dive into the whole conversation, though, I gotta shout out the sponsor, you guys. You already know, Respect My Region, man. We got the Legacy Smalls available in Washington and California. You can officially buy our cannabis flower. We source it from different people. It's fire. It's good shit. They grow for other brands that y'all recognize and know. Backpack Boys, Cookies, Top Shelf Cultivation. The Cure Company grows the Marathon OG. Like, we buy weed from people that grow fire, you guys. So tap in, send us a DM, ask me any questions. If y'all need anything, I'll point you in the right direction. Now we can officially get back to this music shit. My man, I was playing a little bit of music from BLAP God.
Yeah.
Talk to me. How did you come about making a whole project, top to bottom, of actual West Coast slaps?
All right. So, you know, I really got to give a lot of credit to Dope Money Music. He the producer. He produced the whole album. And so throughout my years of doing music, like, I've always tried to find like that producer that matched my sound, like straight up, hand in hand. And it's hard with my voice and the cadence that I got. Like, if I'm on like more LA type beat, it's gonna sound like that. You feel me? But I'm really from the Bay. You feel me? So, but I really wanted to find somebody from the Bay that makes something that's unique to my style. So, you know, I'm scrolling, trying to find beats like everybody else, how you shop through beats, BeatStars, YouTube, the whole line and all that. And I did that for years. Stumbled on Dope Money, heard the I Just Wanna Fuck beat. That was the very first beat. And as soon as I heard, I was like, not only is this my, type of style for this particular song, but I'm like, this my style, period. So I tapped in with him, like, bro, you definitely got this, a sound that, I really fuck with. And so he did his homework on me, and we just collided like that. But the whole project came about, really, I recorded all this project on the road.
Really? Yeah, I remember you
yeah,
were telling me about that. You did it in different rooms, in different places, different studios, all over the place.
Yeah, I'm really locked in. You know what I'm saying? So, I was in Egypt, same thing. You know what I'm saying? Then I went to Mexico, same thing. So I really like to create music like then and there in the moment. You know what I'm saying? So you capture the essence of the sound and how you feel in a particular moment. And so I got a unique recording. You can't tell me, I'll go to the studio at 4 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to record a song. I'm like, but what if the creative energy ain't right at 4 o'clock? You know what I'm saying? I really feel like it's a divine space when you talk about music. You know what I'm saying? It comes from a higher power. You know what I'm saying? And so you don't just tell the higher power to be there at 4 o'clock. You know what I'm saying?
It don't always work like that.
You feel me? You feel me? So whenever I get the, the feeling, the vibes and the energy to create, and I create, you know what I'm saying? So this one, it didn't start off as a project. It just started off single by single, but it's definitely the most intimate, project that I ever did. You feel me?
You can, between the curation of the music, like sonically, to the content that you talk about in it. I told you when we first chatted, I was like, damn, bro, like I was just scrolling through artists to find, I was like, and then I came across them and I was like, damn, this don't sound like what I typically get from a Washington artist.
Right.
And it also isn't 100% what you typically get from California. And I think that also shows due to the diversity of your culture and what matters to you as a person. And so you and I don't know each other very well, and I like to be very open and transparent about the honesty of music. Music brings people together. I'm the concert guy that goes to a show. If I went to one of your shows, there's a 100% chance I'm outside smoking some weed. You feel me? And so for me, I like to really connect from like a fan standpoint and really just get to know like who these artists are, where you make the projects, and kind of the mindset that goes into these things. And so since I don't know you very well, can you let the people know who you are and what you stand for, how you got into music? Like, you obviously your artist name is Childsplay KiDD. Where does that come from? How does that come about?
And I knew that question was gonna come because I don't really remember, but I know ever since I was young and I was always called Kid. Everybody know me. Yeah, some people that's probably gonna watch it just know me as Kid. You know what I'm saying? But I don't really know where the Childsplay part came from. You know what I'm saying? But when it did, it stuck.
Yeah.
You don't know. If you do, you don't know. I'm Childsplay KiDD. I'm from Richmond, California. I was born and raised in the Rich, born and raised in the Bay. I'm saying as I became an adult, it ain't, you know what I'm saying, it ain't hard to tell. I moved to Washington on a hot one. You feel me? Trying to avoid, you feel me, getting locked up again. And received love ever since. You know what I'm saying? And so since then, back, you feel me, back to California, and, you know what I'm saying, LA and the whole nine, you feel me? So now it's multiple properties, multiple places, you feel me? You're
building your music business and your brand while also building these other areas of your life as well.
For sure. What it really is, I want to be honest with you, Washington only know me for music, right? I wasn't raised, I don't know no schools. I could barely get around. I used to fuck with Prano the Don. He used to ride me around places. I don't know too much, you know what I'm saying? Because I just be out here when I be out here. And but I'm really from Richmond, California, you feel me? And so then LA came into play at the same time. So what it really is for me is like I'm a local artist in all of those localities. You know what
I mean, when you physically go put yourself in those positions and you go put music like in those environments, no matter where you're from, you're in that local music environment. You're the grinding artist, the struggling artist, if you would, and a lot of times you're just trying to build relationships, get connections, get put on a show, find a producer. It's not like we're there as fans necessarily in those environments. Sometimes we're there to make some shit happen.
For sure. I look at all my supporters like that. I don't look at them as fans. They all supported, they all helped. You know what I'm saying? I had a lot of people come up to me, after shows and be like, bro, I know good music when I hear good music. You know what I'm saying? And they be artists themselves. You know what I'm saying? So what that tell me is, oh yeah, bro gonna make it too. You feel me?
Yeah.
If
I
he,
mean, you can.
yeah,
There are so many different types of success in the music industry, right?
right,
And just like there is success in business, you can be. And I'm just going to use some extreme examples. You can be Amazon successful.
right,
You can be
right.
Whole
Come
Foods,
on,
right? You
come
can be, but also too, you can have a really well branded booth at
on.
every food festival in your city every year, and you
Right,
can kill it and be consistent. And I think that's something that really attracted me to your brand is this consistency, this fire, not a combination of fire music, but also consistent videos, consistent branding or imagery in these videos. Can you walk me through what it was like for you in your early days when you first got into music? What really got you into the music element of it, and then not only that, but how did you start deciding like what is my shit gonna look like? How do I want it to feel?
yeah,
Right?
you like marketing and all that, right? You kind of
I
grow
mean,
it.
because it's certain the way things look, feel, sound. It attracts people to shit.
Yeah,
So when you were, depending on how old you were, like who was the artist? What was the song? What was the one thing that like how did that day go? You know?
yeah, yeah. Shit, I'm a full-fledged Bay Area baby. You feel me? So we talking about Keak Da Sneak, Messy Mar, the whole nine, Ant Banks, all the talk, all shit. You feel me?
Yeah.
So growing up, that's what I heard. Straight baby. I didn't even know there was nothing else. It took me a while. You know what I'm saying? Not till I got like to high school or whatnot. You feel me?
Yeah.
Plus, really, we ain't like too hardcore like LA, but we really do rep ourselves pretty well. You feel me? I'm from Ohio Street, I'm from the South Side. So anything that come from that region, we banged it extra hard. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what I was that was what I was on early on. Then as I got older, you feel me? I started listening to like, that's when the Nas, Jay-Z and all that, you feel me, started coming around. We like, all right, yeah, they giving it up over there too. You feel
For a
me?
period of time, music was really regional, and
Yeah,
there was this. We'll call it this. The internet didn't. It kind of put like a force field. It didn't really allow things to break out of it as easy back then. You had to have the labels. You had to have
right,
radio play, right? This national
right,
radio buzz, right, or
right,
whatever. And like now, you got all these Instagram accounts that repost just music in their area. You got these blogs totally came back
right.
and really help artists in long ways. You talk about Richmond. I see the homie in here, Rich City 2323 in here, shouting out the areas. Can you walk us through what Richmond's like? Like people in America, music
Yeah,
fans, let's just be real. Specifically, people that more look like me. They like the music
yeah,
and they like what it stands
yeah,
for, but they have no concept of where it really came from
yeah.
or what your life might have been like. So can you walk people through what it was like growing up in Richmond,
So,
growing up in the Bay Area like
for
that?
sure. And I get your question too, because what you're saying is like us black people, we get paid off for our trauma, right? What we've been through. That's what create me, right? So you ask me why I talk the way I talk, to walk the way I walk. It's all based off of experience, and I can't change it. I try. You know what I'm saying? I get in professional environments, of course, I can act accordingly, but there's certain things about me that are just embedded in me, right? So growing up, in Richmond, it's a harsh area. It's one of the harshest areas to be particular. You feel me? Even in the Bay, we got a small, city, and people be funking in it. You feel me? And it ain't too many places you can go. So you're gonna run into the ops. So where we come from, man, it's harsh. You know what I'm saying? So we built that way. We built tough like that.
Yeah.
You feel me? And when I say tough, what I really mean is like we built numb. You know what I'm saying? You walk outside knowing it could be the last day. You feel me? And that's hard because you can't
That's a
even
lot of things that people really have no comprehension. Where I live in Los Angeles,
yeah,
you looking how I look, you walk outside, you don't get checked.
yeah,
I go into South Central every day. I don't get checked, even if I'm wearing a blue stizzy hat, right? There truly is, there's a gap, not only in just the economies and the communities and separation and
right,
all the differences, right?
right,
There's truly a lack of understanding.
right,
And so
right,
I grew up in San Jose. I never lived there. And so not only is it interesting just to learn about someone else's culture, for better or for worse, they're all different,
yeah,
but what makes you and what makes this music, what inspires that is part of where you grew up. And so it's important for people to understand that, rap and hip hop, it does talk about a lot of things that are edgy. It does talk a lot of things that are difficult, that are painful, but all of that isn't always from a dark place, and it's not always inspiring others to be in that dark element as well,
right. A
right?
lot of times,
You've got messages
yeah.
behind your music.
it's a lot of times, like I said, it's trauma. So, you know, it's a lot of people that can be like judgmental, point the finger, like, you know, artists be talking about killing and, I'm saying, gruesome shit like that. But, you know, you got to come from a perspective of, you know, what that man must be going through to even, you know, feel that way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
It's easy to say don't judge another man. It's easy to say don't judge another person. It's entirely different to physically be told a story or listen to music or whatever it is. Think about it like, damn, that could have been someone's day. You know, that poem, that's a story about someone's life, right? And people don't have any comprehension about what it means to actually explore those feelings and navigate that. They're just so quick to judge and forget that previous statement. And part of this interview series is about helping people understand and give a voice to these things, because it isn't always, I mean, as much press as like people like Thug get and all these different groups, like it isn't always just making millions of dollars and doing drugs and partying and all these, you know, all these different things. Some people are leaving that and using that to go do something else that's great. They're not still perpetuating this, so to speak.
Since you on that, you know, I done met a lot of artists. You feel me? I met a lot of artists in the industry, big time, big dogs doing it. You know, when them artists that you see that be talking all that rah-rah, you know, popping all the pills and all that type of shit, they be heavily depressed in real life. Like in real life, they be really fucked up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so when y'all get to enjoy the entertainment and shit, because I look at fans sometimes, you know, they'll listen to a song and it's obviously they dealing with mental health issues. You know what I'm saying? It's obvious on the song. It's apparent by the gruesome stuff he talking about. Even just a rapper talking about killing his brother. You feel me? That's mental health issues. You feel me? Straight off the bat. Like they must help. They hate themselves when they see somebody else that look like them that hate them too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
I mean, there's so many different decisions that people can make after things have happened, that there's still got to be someone setting the example for how to move the right way. And we don't have a lot of these examples, like just across the board. There's not a lot of people, historically, there wasn't a lot of people reaching down and bringing other people's up, you know? And so for you, right, Richmond, not the easiest place, not by any means. Talk to us about the local music culture that you've been experiencing in the Bay or LA, Seattle. What does this creation process look like when you're trying to put together, you know, you said the BLAP God was singles that came together. You know, are you just going into a city, you know, trying to just make some stuff happen? Is it reaching out ahead of time and then you're going there? Walk us through the collaboration process with, you know, different music cities and different people in those areas.
For sure. I mean, you know, for each song is different when it comes to like in terms of like reaching out to somebody. But most of the time, like a lot of this is ordained, right? You know, I'm a real spiritual person, so a lot of what I do is ordained. It's beyond me. When I don't even really write music, you feel me? It just come about based off itself. It will come out of my heart, right? In that particular time, in that particular setting. And if I miss it, it ain't meant to be, right? So if I hear a song, you know, Dope with Money, him send me a track, you feel me? I'm like, oh yeah, that's hard. And automatically in my head, within 5 seconds, I know if I'm supposed to be on it or if it just slapped. Like I could hear a beat like, oh, that's slap, like somebody else on there to go hard. Like, he tough, you feel me?
Yeah.
Or I could hear it and be like, oh yeah, I'm getting on that. Oh yeah, I'm finna put Be Legit on there, or whatever. I could hear the whole song already created. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, art is not forced. Whenever you gotta force yourself to do something, forcing it, then it ain't gonna come out right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the creative process is just going out the daily life and waiting until I feel that divine energy to create something. You know what I'm saying? But no matter
so it's super important. So creating the right environment, being in the right headspace, and not forcing it. 3 key things that really stood out for me there. Also too, I feel like that's part of the whole mantra with you is to be that organic creation mindset. We'll call it spiritual, like energy or vibe, if you would, across the board for those things.
Sure. My shit is not too, you know, I don't like to make my feel like, oh, I'm trying to be the best rapper or none of that type shit. Like, I don't want to go in there with no, like, motive. You know what I'm saying? Like, know what I'm saying? Especially with the energy to try to be like, you know, it's cool to have like a competitive energy, but have that competitive energy with yourself when you're looking in the mirror every day. Have that
constantly working at the
that
craft while also improving undoubtedly content is a part of it now, right?
Yeah.
So it's like the branding, the sound, the reel, whatever the fuck it is, the podcast, right? Like it all has to fit in and mold in with this overall thing that you're going for.
Sure.
Which leads me to my next really interesting part. Like something I find really interesting about you is this authentic Bay Area, Cali, the BLAP sound. Like I love the bounce for the Bay. I love the classic California dance music elements on some of these tracks. I also like some of the LA style cadences and flows to some of this shit along some of these beats. Like I hear these different elements and I'm like, damn, bro, this guy's versatility and his curation on the sounds, like, fuck, I wish I was in these studios with you listening to the beat selection. You know what I'm saying? Because I only know like next. Oh shit, that one we'd both be like, oh yeah, this is the one. That's the one. You know
that's
what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I just keep listening through your project and I'm like, fuck, bro, all this stuff, I can kind of get why you picked it, which then led me back to your YouTube channel and your other music. I started diving into it and I was like, okay, Keak Da Sneak was one of my favorite Bay Area rappers as a kid. I got into music after Mac Dre. I came in, you know, right during that 50 Cent meets all the way to like Chris Brown, that like 5 to 7 year window. And Keak Da Sneak and E40 and Too Short during that 10-year run right there was crazy. And 40 still, I listen to any track I ever see with 40's name on it. But Keak Da Sneak, for me, I used to go on MySpace and look for songs. For sure. What is it working with one of the hyphy rap music legends? What is that like in from like a real perspective, studio, human, whatever you want to go into?
I mean, all right, so, you know, the world really much, when Tell Me When to Go came out, the world was introduced to Keak, really, like, right? You know what I'm saying? But I really can't even put in words like how much Keak was popping with us before that. Like in the Bay, like Keak was that guy, you feel me? He was the one that was there, unappreciated, you know what I'm saying? I still feel like that today, really though. Like real legend, you know what I'm talking about?
Him, Fab, a couple, like, bro, like,
Fab.
Kids like me used to just sit here shaking our heads like we had dreads. Like,
for real, everybody did that though, straight up. Matter of fact, most of us. All right, look, when people, when people from the Bay, they gonna say the same thing. All right, it went from, all right, we had the fade. Like we started off with the fades. Then we start going with the little curls. You feel me? Trying to look pretty and all that. You feel me? And then after that, when hyphy dropped, you know, we was all dread. You feel me? Yeah, same shit.
That was Keak and E40 along, and I know this is crazy to say this, and people gonna be just, maybe it's not because you're from there, but that song to this day is in stadiums.
Yeah.
To this day, it transcends rap music.
For sure.
Him, and I know this is funny too, DJ Khaled, the Jay-Z's, the Kendrick, the Coles, Keak Da Sneak's music gets played in stadiums to this day, 20 years later, still, just like theirs.
For sure, and then not only that, it's like they, you know, music like is repetitive. Like a lot of people want to, you know, oh yeah, I'm original. You didn't come out your mama's womb rapping. You know what I'm saying? Like you learned it from somebody, you mimic something. You feel me? And so I say that to say that even the Keak Da Sneak style, cadence, even the beat choice, you know, with Tracks a Million and all that, it's still being adopted in music. You know what I'm saying?
Tracks a Million?
Yeah.
I was stuck on the last name after Fab. I used to listen to a lot of Tracks a Million.
Yeah. And shout out to Fab too. Fab. I used to go to Laney College, you know what I'm saying, when I was there. Laney College, and I'll see Fab, you know, like probably like 18, you know what I'm saying? And I'm probably like what, like, you know, 15, 14 years old, and I used to see him freestyling. You know what I'm saying? I still think today ain't nobody fucking with him. Just straight off the head, none of them, no versing that you memorize, and none of that type shit. Ain't nobody fucking with it.
He's going back to like, I listen to any 40 song that I see on like a mixtape website or on Spotify. Like I gotta hear at least his. I'll skip through the other person's shit and just listen to whatever 40 says.
Right.
I will do that on any Mr. Fab freestyle and almost any track that he puts out.
Yeah.
Depends on the feature if it has a feature.
Yeah.
But like I like, because of the imprint on my childhood and how much it impacted my football team in high school, in middle school, like all these different things. When I was going through your music, I was like, fuck, bro, this is timeless. This guy, Childsplay, this guy, Kid, you is working with someone who made timeless music. And in my eyes, I feel like, one, that's an honor. I appreciate you giving me that time. That shit's just crazy to know that one of my favorite songs of all time in my life, you work with that artist, and y'all came up with like 4 or 5 other people that I grew up looking and downloading every single track. Like artists like you in your area, bro, like, and then that is the culture. So we very much appreciate y'all doing your thing. I got another section for you on this interview. We're gonna take a brief moment here. I just want to have everybody here. Thank you guys for tapping in, following. We got the homie Childsplay Kid in the building, representing California, but international, all over the place, man, making music, traveling. He got really fire project that he released. It was in May, correct?
Yep.
BLAP God.
Yep.
You definitely got to check that. It's very rare for me to listen to independent music, local music, if you would, like frequently, but I definitely been finding myself back on that. The song is called on that. So I've been finding myself on that one because that's just like a go-to one for me.
Everybody say the same thing, bro. Like me, dope music, we be looking at the numbers. Like we can see the numbers on the back end. Like on that, that's it.
That's that.
I can't choose.
Like I mean, because it's all relatively not shorter songs, because that implies that it's like bad that it's short. But you come through and kill it. You just do it. You come in, the shit goes. But that one for me, just the repeat value, I just like I feel like I'm in my element on that, and so I have to recommend people check that out. We're gonna get to this next section. It's more of a hot take section. I'm not the best interview, everybody. I'm not the best journalist. I'm not the best anything, but I try to have fun and I put the effort in to do this shit, and I appreciate you guys for supporting or talking that shit. But for right now, I got some questions for you, bro. And I want you to say the first things that come to mind. None of it's too crazy, but we are gonna get some opinions out there, if that's cool.
Yeah.
So, Barbie's killing it right now, and Nicki's on that shit. From a song perspective, that album has fire music on it. Realistically, who is the best rapper out of these 3? You gotta pick one. Cardi, Nicki, Megan Thee Stallion. Best can be whatever you decide is best, because that's unique to all of us.
Yeah. I'm gonna go. Hey, that's a tough one.
I think it's incredibly easy, in my opinion.
I'm gonna go Nicki.
I have to agree. Nicki, nobody, like, as great as Cardi is making music and being a rap artist, rap skills, Nicki runs laps around everybody, and she sells records. Like,
and I'm doing that because I was forced to, though. I'm gonna let you know right off the bat. I did that because I'm forced to. I really like how Cardi moved. You feel me? Like, being authentically herself. You feel me? Regardless if people like her or not. But that ain't got nothing to do with the artistry, right? But they go hand in hand with me. But just Nicki started, she set the ball off. She set the standard right off the bat, early on. You know what I'm saying?
She opened up a lot of doors for other women artists, but I'll also say that it wasn't just women artists. Like a lot of women rappers, they always like, nah, don't call me a female rapper, or don't this or that, or they don't give a fuck. They really don't care. They just do them. But like at the end of the day, Nicki blew down fucking doors for artists in general. Her stuff also transcended it. Hers was like anybody could make rap and make unique weird stuff. Like the fact that she had, and I hate talking about Tekashi, but like the fact that she did a crazy ass song with Tekashi literally gave the opportunity for crazy Latino artists or Latin artists in general to just be in the rap lane and make pop or trap or whatever they want to make. And I think that's just, again, just breaking barriers, huge. All right. Next one. Favorite California rapper out of these three? Right now, Larry June's booming.
For sure.
Simba had a little run there for a second.
Yeah.
And then La Russell on the more independent, lesser, you know, he's getting his buzz right now, but he ain't on the same level as the other ones right now. So out of those three, do you have a favorite or do you have a best?
I don't have a favorite sonically. Really, I ain't got a best either. But if you force me to choose, really, I'll choose La Russell.
That's fair.
I like the grassroots type of come up. You feel me? I like
that's a great perspective too. I think that's one of the reasons why his come up is so relatable. He's literally that homie over there that we all know.
For sure.
Right?
Yeah, for sure.
Who's
Everybody
like, is it that dope? Yeah. And then you see people like, you see 300 kids at that shit on Instagram or 500 kids and you're like, yeah, I guess it's fucking dope.
Yeah, huh? and it's really though how you believe. Like I'm gonna tell anybody who want to be an artist or whatnot, you know what I'm saying, you really just gotta have a strong belief in yourself enough to not just believe all the hatred that because you're gonna receive that.
That part, that's huge. That's huge. Great perspective there. I hope anybody there watching, you gotta really, really believe in yourself and honestly just not give a fuck about the haters. Like,
because they want to do it. They made it.
Yeah, that's just a real one. Okay, here we go. This one's gonna be more up your alley. Are you ready? Name the GOATs, the real GOATs. I want a starting 5 of Bay Area GOATs.
Bay Area? Just Bay Area?
Just Bay Area. You can include whatever, because I know people from Sacramento claim Bay Area or whatever. Like whatever. Yeah, you a Richmond person, so whatever's Bay Area to you.
All that. We're gonna do it all inclusive. So. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do it all inclusive. If we're doing all inclusive, and ain't no particular order though.
Bro, I'm not from there. Right. I'm just trying to learn. I want to learn about all that shit.
Yeah, so I could just say the whole Sick With It records though, right? And just kill the whole question off. But what I'm gonna say, I'll go Keak Da Sneak, right? We definitely, obviously, we're gonna do 40, right? We're gonna do Mac Dre. Them are already, you know what I mean, set in stone.
Yeah.
So from there on, we're gonna go MC Hammer, right?
Okay.
Damn, that last one hard because I'm thinking of all the artists missed.
MC Hammer had undeniable impact.
Yeah.
You know
what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm trying to take it different directions.
No, that's huge.
You know what I mean? Shoot, that last one, who I'm gonna give it to?
Yeah, this is hard because there's a lot of people that are like, I mean, there's 20 to 50 artists that are literally like legendary to some degree.
That I know. We're gonna give the Jacket. We're gonna go to Jacket.
Yeah.
Yeah. For sure.
That's respect.
Yeah.
Okay. Solid. Absolutely love that. Okay. For me, I don't rap, I don't make music, but there's certain songs growing up that definitely led me to being a music blogger, doing whatever I can to go to concerts, spending my money on meeting rappers and, you know, buying CDs from strangers, all the things. Right. I was always about finding new music. People always say I made mixtapes. I burnt CDs for my mom. It's like, okay, but did you end up running a music publication? Like,
right.
I'm living a dream, so to speak. Yeah. So what song was absolutely instrumental into getting you into this rap shit?
Ooh, oh shit. Shit, I ain't gonna say rap, let's just say music.
Music, that works.
Music, shit, song, if you want me to name one particular song, I could tell you the artist that really had a strong impact on me musically and sonically was Bob Marley.
Bob Marley?
And our styles could be so different, right? We talk reggae when we talk about rap, right? But impact. So if I had to pick one song, let me see. 3 Times Crazy. What song? What's that song? The great, all about my cheddar, square ass nigga, hating on a player, but I'm all about my funds. Yeah, I used to sing that back to back on going to school. That was the main song. Yeah, that was the main 3 times. So we back on Keak. You know what I'm saying? And Adrian and all that. You feel me? Yeah.
I love that. That's great. That's a huge. Okay. I'd say I've got numerous ones for me, but mine particularly that if I go all the way back 2000, 2001, I think I moved to Seattle and I was in Texas. And so the one, I go all the way back to Nelly Hot in Here. And I also go back to, what was it, Cisco and the Thong Song because of that music video.
The impact of the Thong Song.
The impact of the Thong Song was undeniable.
Yeah,
the music video was literally on VHS, and everybody walked around and played it and shared it at people's houses.
Bro.
Like,
that's when the hormones start to kick in, the lustful hormones. You had the females with sagging the jeans with the thong on.
It was an era that changed, again, transcending fashion, and that was like pop rap, right? But like so funny.
Everybody know that had a big impact. People, you know, niggas want to be too macho and tough, but that was one of them ones.
I mean, if I go all the way back to like, man, I'm talking like 6, 7 years old, and I think about the first things I saw on TV growing up. It was like Independence Day, the movie, with the crazy intro that was super loud. Oh,
right.
And then like that same house I lived in, I remember seeing my friend Justin came over with that. And showed my mom and parents, and it was so funny.
Yeah, that was
okay. So there we go. That's the song that
when he walked over the female.
Those two things for sure got me into just loving the colors and the brightness and the probably being a booty guy. You know,
that's how it started out.
Shout out Cisco. Okay. Keak Da Sneak, favorite song all time.
Oh yeah. Tell me when to go for sure.
Okay, that's easy. Favorite Mac Dre slap.
This Dance.
This
Dance.
Yep. Okay. Yep. And then, do you claim a favorite rapper all time?
Favorite rapper of all time? I can't do that.
Fair.
I can do.
What about hit me with a quick 7 or 10.
7
so you just that like
okay for sure. We got Tupac, right? We got Nipsey Hussle, right? We got we're gonna go with J. Cole, right? Yep. And then now we're gonna go into like the art, because them I'm picking them because they're based off the impact that they got, you know, behind music. You feel me? Them philanthropist type shit. You feel me?
Absolutely.
And that comes first to me. It's the same reason I like Muhammad Ali over Mayweather, right? You feel me? Even though I think Mayweather is the better boxer, I think Muhammad Ali is the better person, if you will. You feel me?
Okay.
So then now we go into sonically when we talk about Biggie Smalls, right? Then we do Jay-Z, right? And Drake.
Solid. Really solid. I mean, they all undeniably impact, some of them more on the philanthropic side or just cultural impact. Yeah. Hella people always talk shit about Nipsey's rap abilities. Yeah. I feel you on the like, yeah, he's not chopping or being poetically bars with like a Kendrick, and he's not necessarily doing the same stuff as whatever people think J. Cole does. That's so just absolutely insane. I liked J. Cole before he got into this crazy, the version that he is the last few years. I loved J. Cole's music before the stuff it is today. There's obviously like, you know, Busta Rhymes, crazy, you know, there's different levels to the abilities, right? Sure. But I just don't get the Nipsey hit. I really don't. To me, that's like the most LA gangster poetic, his own version of shit that you get.
You comparing art, the way I would say it and kind of the way that I put it so they can visualize it more better is, you know, when it kind of rapping, you know what I'm saying, it's not just one dimensional. You know I'm talking about, like, you got different type of art, just like in art, right? You got the type of artists that paint like realistic pictures. They can show you this a portrait of Kobe Bryant.
Yep.
Like, it'd be remarkable, right? You look at it and you get the nostalgic feeling and all of that, right? Because it's so realistic with the sweat dripping and all that, you feel me? But then you got like the people who are minimalists, right? And they look like they just splat shit on the wall, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's just not their thing. They look at it from different lenses, right?
Right. And the ones who do that is very creative and very artistic. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we talk about when we mean like a Biggie Small. what I'm saying, or somebody like Busta Rhymes that can chop it up or whatnot. You looking at that picture like, damn, like that's very intricate that he had the ability to do that, right? But then you got the other ones that paint like realistic shit. And so when you listen to Nipsey, like you hear LA, you feel me? When you listen to somebody from the Bay, you're like, oh yeah, it sound like dude that's be pounding the block. You feel me?
No,
So, yeah.
100%.
So you can.
I've never heard it broken down this way, but it's like the unspoken understanding that if you really look at rap and hip hop or music in general, it is all just different art, and you've got to digest it for what it is, not what you wanted it to compare it to, right?
Come on, because then what you're doing is like you comparing a center to a point guard. You know what I'm saying? Like both of them play different positions. They positions well. You know what I'm saying?
Muggsy Bogues is a GOAT.
Come on.
But you can't put him in the Shaq. The other on the opposite.
It don't make sense. It don't make sense. You know what I'm saying? But it don't take away from Muggsy and it don't take away from Shaq. That's that they position and what they did. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Okay, we got 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 7 quick ones left. We're gonna round through these real quick.
Let's do it.
So, first one, are you a weed guy or are you a liquor guy? Or are you an alcohol guy? Beer, liquor, what are you?
Nothing.
Nothing.
I'm life.
Love
all the music
okay,
that you hear, everything you hear from me is nothing. Like I don't do
okay, so then I get to change this next one entirely into what keeps you healthy on the travels, what keeps you healthy for performances? How do you maintain, I call it higher health. How do you maintain this culture of higher health within yourself?
For sure. Higher health is from higher frequency. You know what I'm saying? I operate from a higher frequency at all times. You know what I'm saying? And I believe that comes from the natural me. Personally, you know what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong, I ain't got nothing against none of that. You feel me? I really truly believe that it helped out a lot of people. You feel me? I've done it before in the past. It just don't work with me and my sister.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. At times I wish it did. I'm gonna keep it all the way funky with you, you know what I'm saying? But just me. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people do it for anxiety. You know what I'm saying? This shit give me anxiety. You know
100%. I feel that.
Yeah, and that
liquor,
I'm like,
liquor and alcohol makes me sick. There was a very long period of my life where I wasn't able to drink. I very recently started dabbling in the beers again, which I don't drink cheap beer. I drink IPAs, which is more crafty, like weed stuff for me. But that's where the question comes from is I'd like to, we try to break bread with people, get to know people. I'm not going to show up and put a blunt in your hand at the end of the day, look like an idiot. You feel me?
Yeah, I would appreciate the gesture though. You feel me? Oh yeah, I appreciate it, big dog, but I don't move like you feel me. I appreciate it. It's all love. I know where it comes from. You know what I'm saying? And it really do help a lot of people. As a matter of fact, I know a lot of people can relate to this. A few motherfuckers I won't even kick it around unless he on one. You feel me? Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot. I definitely too also relate with the anxiety at certain times. Certain edibles, drinks, a variety of the stuff definitely puts me in a opposite of how I am typically kind of situation mentally, and especially when I tend to like go be around 500 or 1,000 people at an event. It's like too high to actually get something done. I'm here to make shit happen. Okay, the next question I have, the favorite, I guess not favorite, can you describe the style of beats that really is what you want people, to be sending you? If there's a producer out there, if there's artists to collab, what's that style of music that you can say like, oh man, the artists out there, I'm looking for these style of beats. I'm looking to create this kind of stuff.
For sure. I'll give advice to producers right off the bat. Like do your homework on the artists that you plan on proposing, sending beats to, or we're not selling beats to. You know what I'm saying? You see an artist like me, you know that I was raised in the Bay Area and then grew up on some LA type shit, so you want to merge the two, right? Just because you did your homework on me, hopefully. You know what I'm saying? But when you just send like random beats to, you can catch somebody like that, but that's like fishing with like, you know what I'm saying, the worst kind of bait. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
You only gonna catch somebody if it's perfectly made for somebody that it just happened to stumble upon. You feel me? But you want to do your homework, and you want to really, if you want to be completely honest with you, you want to grow with an artist. You want to find somebody, y'all want to create a style together. So this is what you hear when you hear BLAP God. You hear a merge between me and the producer, and it was destined to be. You feel me? And we came together, and it was just God ordained that it came out that way.
Really,
but
really work, learn, grow, experiment, do all those kinds of things to really
homework
to dial the craft in.
Yeah, don't be sent. Oh, that's why you sending me a East Coast beat. You feel me? Not that I couldn't rap on it, but it's to say that I'm not gonna be able to get in my right element of zone like you would if you do your homework or whatnot.
The goal for producers is to be able to get artists that can kill it on your thing and to really highlight and amplify the quality of your art that you've created to make it something unique and cool and fun or whatever it can be.
You're gonna be mad, and I know a lot of producers. I bet you if they can relate when I say that they send it something to artists and they hear the track, they come back and be like I spent all that time on that beat, I thought it was fire. And I sent it to the artist and it came back and this shit trash. You feel me? You know what I mean? Yeah. So to prevent that, you want to make sure you sending it to the right. It's all about placement. I'm sure you know about placement. Yeah. You know what I mean? Place. That's what Khalid known for, right? DJ Khalid, that's what he do well. So if y'all ask like what the fuck he do besides screaming on the tracks, he's excellent at placement. You know what I'm saying? He hear a beat and he can hear exactly what artist is supposed to be on that, and he hear a cameo from somebody or feature from somebody else. It is a
very strong skill to be able to recognize other people's strengths, hear art, and then listen to some art happening over here, and be able to break it apart in your head and go stick it together on the boards, if you would. And
because
like
artists don't be knowing. A lot of artists don't know. I mean, people come up to me with different projects or whatnot, and sometimes I gotta turn them down, right? And it's not because they weak. A lot of times I'm just not the one that was meant to be on that particular track. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For it to maximize its potential out to the masses or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? And I know.
Oh yeah.
So I'll tell them. I even tell them, hey, it ain't you, big dog. Just send me another record. I'll tell you which one is the one. You feel me? But it's a particular skill where they used to A&R used to be in charge of doing that, right? And a lot of artists are doing that on their own now, but the A&R job was to, okay, I hear this artist, match it with this producer, blah, blah, and all we had to do is show up. And sometimes we show up and not even see the bigger picture. Like, you know, Biggie, for example, most of them records he didn't want to do, he thought that shit was too soft. He looking at Diddy like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is too soft. Like, I'm rugged, I'm from the block. You want me to do these records? Now look at it. You know what I'm saying? So the people who had that vision and understanding that you place this artist with this voice and with this cadence, it'd be hard.
Yeah, and the nature of the music industry also shifted to where I feel like the labels has been, I don't know if they're still doing this in this exact moment, but just the layoffs and downsizing and going heavily more towards digital with people that have a broader variety of skill sets that are still focused to what, you know, the labels need and what their needs are for these artists to succeed. But it's just so much is ultimately changing that the A&R position. It's not like there's just people and labels all over the country all the time. It's really artists and their homies learning and doing this research and, you know, creating these deals and creating content and just kind of really just hitting the ground going and then learning the business as they go, right? And for all the artists out there, and shout out to everybody that's been watching the show, but if there's been any artist that's watching this or who watches later, it is hard to run a business. It's not easy, but it can be done. And you do have it in you to do it. There are people out there to help. There is questions that can be asked.
Look at yourself like that too, though. You know what I'm saying? Since you did say that, like, I tell artists that too. As you is a business, straight up. Like you see Childsplay, but you know the Drip Club LLC. That's a real legitimate business. You know what I'm saying? So when I get paid, somebody pay me for a verse or whatnot, I take the 15% off taxes. Yeah, and then the rest is something that I invest in myself in artistry. So you're a legitimate business. You got to look at yourself like that. You know what I'm saying? Even when
it's important that we for me, I learned about it through my going to school. I learned about it through Nipsey's music, through watching YG execute it. I missed honestly, I was there for the 50 Cent Vitamin Water era. So it's like, I didn't miss that. I remember seeing that and being like, whoa, this is wild, right? And we then saw what so many athletes get into endorsement deals and stuff. It's like I've learned this whole concept of music and business and the celebrityism. We saw the digital age explode with Napster and iTunes being able to charge people for music and then streaming and all these things. Like there is a lot. It's a lot to handle. But now it has been made easier than ever to do these things.
Sure.
And artists can develop a plan. They can make content. You know, I saw on your Instagram, which Instagram is not the defining factor of success.
Right.
Spotify followers and all these things. That is not today. It is not the defining factors for success. It's actually about building a strong fan base on each of these. It's okay to have 200 on 5 of them. That's 1,000 That's 1,000 people.
That's right.
It's okay to have 500 and 1,000 on 5 of these things and really build and comment back and talk to these fans and talk to people, because the internet is real humans. Just walking outside and talking to strangers and being like, yo, did you I got a performance in like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
It'd be dope if you came inside and checked it out. Like that's a real hustle. That's a real grind.
A lot of them don't have it. A lot of them not, me coming from the Bay, I do have that. I got that mentality. Like, hey, bro, can you come check me out real quick? You feel me? I'm finna go fuck with it on stage.
Yeah,
you know
like,
I'm saying?
And in my experience, 9 times out of 10, unless there's literally, no disrespect to ladies that aren't the baddest chicks ever, but unless there's the baddest chick ever right there, people will go inside.
Yeah,
They'll walk the fuck out if it's bad, but they will at least go inside if they're asked. And so it's just these kinds of things, super important for artists to consider. Childsplay KiDD, man, in the building, you guys, on our TV. This is the 3rd episode. He came in on the clutch. I appreciate you, bro, for supporting, doing your thing, making fire music. In my opinion, I think it's sick what you're doing. I love what I'm seeing. I want to be a part of it going forward more. So please keep us posted. The last one that I have here for you is about fashion.
Yeah.
I couldn't help but notice in the different videos a variety of different outfits, headpieces, like all kinds of cool, like just different things. Walk me through the outfit. Like walk me through what this is, the thought behind the branding of it, or what it stands for and represents. Walk me through the drip. I saw you had, I can see a chain there. Like walk me through the fashion for you. What's up with you, bro?
So the longest, I grew up like that. You feel me? We always been dripped where we come from. You feel me? Southside Richmond is known for that. You feel me? So growing up and having that type of mentality that, when people see you, their first impression is a lot. Unfortunately, it's like that. When people see you and how you present yourself, it's how they perceive you. You feel me? Unfortunately, I learned that early on. I'm saying, so now it just became a part of me. So what you're seeing now, I'm becoming more within myself, and you see with the BLAP God and all that, you're seeing me release more of the inner me. You know what I'm saying? And creating my own brand, my own style. You know what I'm saying? So it's not necessarily being attached to other brands now. Yeah. You feel me? Or sometimes it's both. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what you see now. When you see me, what you see is what you get. But yeah.
Are we gonna see? Can we expect a variety of like merchandise pieces to come out that are going to be probably the Drip Club stuff above you on different things?
Yeah. So that's why you see the different hair pieces. You see the different. I'm really locked in with the Middle East. You know what I'm saying? I'll be out. You know what I'm saying? Each is doing. Work and all that. So you're gonna see the different pieces, different fabrics and all that.
That's exciting, man. I'm excited for that, bro. There's everything, like, I'm becoming more and more of a fan from the music, and just I'm excited to see and hear more of what you got going on. Let's let the people know what you have coming up, man. What's going down in your world of music? You got any songs coming up? You got any shows? What's the update for the people?
For sure, constantly songs. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got more songs. I got a whole album already. You know what I'm saying? Like what you hear is what I chose to put out. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of different shows, a lot of I think got a music festival coming up. Different people reaching out to me with different shows that I ain't quite locked in yet, so I ain't gonna put it out there like that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, definitely moving like that. Different singles are still for the drop. Different performance. I got a cyber concert that's gonna drop too. You know what I'm saying? Different series with the On That song and different songs from the BLAP God. I'm saying, and moving just like that, and steady networking and steady creating.
Making some shit happen. I love it, man. I love it. Everybody, please make sure you guys give him a follow on Spotify, subscribe to his YouTube channel, and also give him a follow on his Instagram. I've got the Instagram pulled up right here. Let me go ahead and read it off. Childsplay KiDD with 2 D's, Childsplay KiDD. Make sure y'all go follow him, tap in, and then on YouTube, it's the same thing. Go ahead and just search Childsplay KiDD. And you guys can hit subscribe right there. Smash that subscribe button. Watch a couple videos. Listen to the music. Give it your honest feedback.
Yeah.
I've enjoyed what I've heard. We're interested in hearing your thoughts. I hope you guys enjoyed the conversation tonight. This episode of RMR TV featuring Childsplay KiDD was brought to y'all by, come on, man, that fire, Respect My Region, Legacy Smalls, Washington, California. Make sure y'all go check that out. Bro, tap in with me. I'm in LA. I'm in Tarzana. I'm out here. I'd love to go to any shows or concerts you have in this area. And, you know, please, of course, keep us posted. We'll, of course, repost and support you. Just tag us and stuff in the story and for anything else you have going on across the country. Thank you, everybody.
I appreciate it, Keak. It's a blessing just to be here to even do this, so for sure.
It's a blessing to be on this side, and thank you, man, for doing your shit, man, and keep killing it, bro. For y'all tonight, enjoy the evening. This was episode 3 of RMR TV on the interview series. It will be uploaded onto our YouTube, so make sure you guys go check that out if you want to rewatch it and get any of that free game. Kid, I'll see you down the road, my man. We'll tap in. Love y'all. Peace, you guys.